Today I choose to follow you.
Good morning. It's Friday, the 7th of October. Can you believe another weekend and another opportunity to get into the Lord's presence with the saints in a church on this Lord's Day coming up? If you have your Bibles, Nahum chapter 1, verse 3. Nahum hoofstuk 1, vers 3. And man, I've got a cup of coffee here this morning. Look at that crema on that coffee. And that's awesome. And it's so sweet. But look at that big head of crema there. Awesome way to start the day. Nahum 1, verse 3. The prophet Nahum is busy prophesying about the judgment of Nineveh. And he says some interesting things in verse 3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power. And the Lord will by no means clear the guilty. So those people in the world who seem to just live with a disregard for God, for his standards, for his call on their life, for his commandments, that which we're supposed to honor and obey. And people just seem to thumb their nose at him, and they just seem to live irregardless of God in their life. There's a day of reckoning for them, and we need to be praying for them, because the Lord is slow to anger, but great in power. Then Nahum goes on to describe his way is in whirlwind and storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. He goes on to say that he quietens the sea, and the mountains quake before him. Who can stand before the Lord's indignation? Well, you and I can stand before God this Friday and every other day while we're on earth. We don't fear the Lord in the scared way. We fear him in the reverential way. We can't wait to get into his presence, to hear him say, well done, my good and faithful steward or servant. Enter into your rest. And yes, life can sometimes be described as a whirlwind. It's crazy and it runs away with us. But here it says, he is in the whirlwind and the storm. No matter what life throws at you, no matter how tumultuous your life seems to be at this stage. Maak nie saak hoe groot die storm is in jou lewe op hierdie stadium, of die warrelwind van die samelewing, en het voel asof jou voete nie meer grond kan raak nie, en jy nie meer stabiliteit. Hier sê dit vir ons, dat God in die warrelwind en die storm is. En die stof wat hy goed opwek, is waarop hy sy voete rus. Dis die God wat ons dien, dis die God wat in beheer is van ons lewens. So ek wil hê, jy moet regtig hierdie Vrydag en naweek met die rustigheid en kalmte van die Here se teenwoordigheid in jou lewe die dag ingaan en die naweek ingaan. Kyk uit vir 'n geleentheid hierdie Sondag om te getuig van sy goedheid en guns in jou lewe. En jy sê vir my, Sean, maar jy het nou net beskryf dat my lewe is 'n warrelwind en 'n storm. Ten minste in die midde van daai warrelwind en storm is die Here met jou. As jy nie met die Here leef, as jy sonder die Here leef en probeer klaarkom, dan wanneer die storms en die warrelwinde van die lewe jou rol, dan rol hy jou en jy's alleen. Jy het niemand om aan vas te klou, niemand om na uit te roep nie, niemand wat jou 'n standvastigheid en 'n sekerheid, 'n sekuriteit gee nie. En dit is die guns en die gawe van die Here om te weet, hy is nooit alleen in die storms en warrelwinde van die lewe. Isn't that an awesome thought? And as you go this Lord's Day, as you find your way into fellowship with believers, bring an encouragement, bring a word of testimony. And yeah, I said in the week in one of the coffees with God, it's the testimony out of the desert. It's the testimony out of the storms of life. It's the testimony out of the whirlwinds of existence that carry more weight than the kumbaya, blessed, still waters and green grass and testimonies that some Christians always seem to be able to bring. whether life's rolling you or whether you are rolling along with life, why don't you bring God glory? Because you can see him, and you know, even though sometimes by faith we can't see him, but by faith we know he is present. Be an encouragement, and may the Lord bless you this Friday. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Lord willing, see you on Monday again.
As for me, my